Hello everyone, it's day 10 of the Great Awakening. And today when I went for a walk, I saw that our town had put up barriers in the place where I walk, saying that you could no longer park there. Now I have to say that sunlight and fresh air, as I've already told you, kill viruses. For those who are actually worried about a virus, I guess I wanted to say something to you that I don't think I've said before. This virus, or exosome, if it isn't a virus, it's an exosome. This, let's just put it this way, this strand of nucleotides put together does not scare me at all. Never has. I was in college and my roommate would come home every day and she'd say, I've been exposed to the Hong Kong flu. See, this was sort of the first flu. There's been a grooming of the population since I was in college. And she obviously eventually got the Hong Kong flu because she was inviting it in over and over and over. And then we had the bird flu, and then we had the swine flu, and the flu, and the avian flu, and then SARS, and now this. And in a way, if you look at someone like Larry Nassar, who was the physician for the girls' Olympic team for 30 years, Larry groomed the parents. This is what darkness does. It grooms the parents, and he was friends of the parents. Remember, I told you about those pedophile pediatricians when we did our session on cognitive dissonance, where they groom the entire community who just loved them. And I think in many ways, the conventional medical system is like that, where you're groomed, well baby, well child visits can undermine your ability as a mother to know what's going on. Because you do know what's going on, but you're talked out of it. So it's almost like I have a psychiatrist friend and she calls it's opposite world. We live in opposite world. Everything that you're told by the conventional wisdom is true is actually the opposite of what is true. So what to do about that? And I wanted to tell you what I've been thinking today in particular. And that is, do the words lightworker, starseed, wayshower, Pleiadian, Arcturian, any of those things appeal to you? Do you secretly read that literature and listen to those YouTube videos that are channeled? I mean, a lot of you have been listening to Abraham, right? My mother introduced me to Abraham in 1992. Who's Abraham, right? That's a bunch of really high vibrational souls, wayshowers that come through the body of Esther Hicks down in Texas. I think she doesn't live in Texas anymore. But that's kind of, remember yesterday we talked about 3D, 5D. One of the 3D things that I heard about today was that they had to stop the comments on the Ellen show when she had on Bill Gates, because so many people are recognizing the 3D of Bill Gates. Now, at the same time today, I've been listening to the 5D people, like Elizabeth April, whose work I love. She speaks to the Galactic Council. I don't. Maybe I do in my sleep, I don't know. But anyhow, what I have been knowing is that more and more and more and more people are waking up. Why? Because when we're isolated, we are herd creatures, and in 5D, we're all one, right? You've heard that. We are all one. So we naturally kind of reach out to each other, and there isn't the distraction of what used to distract us before. So there's more time to think about things. There's more time to be in tune with yourself. I've meditated more in the last month than, in probably the last 10 years. I mean, I do guided meditations that I like. I'll post my favorite ones because I just do them over and over again. And many, many times in a guided meditation, I don't get to the end because I'm gone. Maybe I'm gone up to the galactic ship. I don't know. But I want to give you some of the thoughts that feel better. The thought that doesn't feel better is we're all going to get a chip and we're all going to be tracked and we're all going to be taxed by the United Nations and we're all going to be controlled through the chemtrails that have put nanoparticles of aluminum in the atmosphere, and then also the nanoparticles of the aluminum in the vaccines, and they'll make us part of mind control. So that thought doesn't seem too good to me. The thought that feels better to me is that more and more and more people are waking up every day, and that in fact the children, our children right now, chose us. They knew exactly what they were getting into, and we don't need to worry so much about them. Doesn't that make you feel better? That makes me feel better, right? They knew. Plus, how smart are the kids that you're seeing? Very, very smart. So that's what I want you to go with, is this this sense that we're getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Oh, and people are getting headaches a lot. We're getting literally changing of this satellite dish. This is a satellite dish on top of our head. And Julie Ryan teaches that you, with your intent, can tune into anything. She said, you want to tune in to a person? They're there in the spirit world. So who do you want to talk to today? Albert Einstein? You can. Nikola Tesla? You can. You just ask a question and boom, they are right there. You know what I did the other day? I had a picture of my beloved that his daughter found, and he was like 10, 11. And I said to him in a meditation, let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. And so we closed our eyes to do a meditation on this little boy. And what's the first thing I heard? I heard something that Edna St. Vincent Millay had written way back, who is a poet whom my beloved adores. And here's what it was. My soul is too big for my body. The eyes on this kid, you know, the ojos Dios, the eyes of God, he could see everything. He knew everything. That's how kids are. Anyway, though, today, I just want you to know that anyone you want to talk to, I talk to my dad a lot. He's been gone since, he's been out of a body since the 70s. So you can do that. Let's bring in the people who, remember I said, there are many people who are leaving now because they feel that they could be more effective from the other side, right? So let's talk to them, see that broader perspective so we don't get so terrorized by what's going on. Because I'll bet you, those of you who are listening to me are not afraid of the virus. You are kind of afraid of what you see going on with our civil liberties and our constitutional rights. And when you're told you can't go outside and walk on beaches, I don't understand that, because I believe that the public health response to this needs some modification, and all will be revealed. But for now, remember 3D, 5D, and let's master the physical plane now. Like, let's get the soil wherever, even if it's in a pot, have really good soil. Let's start to grow a few things. And remember, we're all reaching out to each other all over the planet. And those of us listening to this kind of thing, we're finding each other. I'm connecting with people that I have never connected with. I feel that my community has grown exponentially as a result of that. And I hope you're feeling the same.